Void Ghidorah was and still is an extremely controversial kaiju when it comes to the hit game on Roblox called Kaiju Universe. Most people, not everyone, who approve of Void Ghidorah entering the game are people with little to no regard of balancing whatsoever and are likely just die-hard Godzilla fanboys who want every single kaiju to be added to the game. Pretty much everyone who disapproves of Void Ghidorah entering the game, on the other hand, actually have regard for balancing and don't want the game to be absurdly broken like whatever on earth this is. No pun intended. But what if I told you Void Ghidorah was finally added to Kaiju Universe about 4 months ago by the owner of Kaiju Universe? You know, as a joke. As we all know, Mr. Vera enjoys doing particular things with certain kaijus and Kaiju Universe servers. Please don't take that out of context. That aside, let's get some context to the addition of Void Ghidorah in Kaiju Universe. Exhibit 1, City-Sized Skullcrawler. This really doesn't need any further explanation. Let's move on. Exhibit 2, Godzilla vs. Kong, but totally fucked up, where a giant Mechagodzilla and a giant Godzilla form an alliance to take over the world. Enough said. Now, let's move on to the balancing aspect. Mr. Verret probably cares a lot about the balancing of Kaiju Universe, although the balancing team he has to make the balance changes for the game are actually, quite suspicious at times. Thankfully, this Void Ghidorah was added in a private Kaiju Universe server, so anyone else not in the game doesn't have to feel its wrath. Before I move on and show you Void Ghidorah in its true glory in Kaiju Universe, a quick announcement. Currently, I'm working on some massive projects, including a new series consisting of videos that are even better and more in depth than the ones that I'm making right now. That being said, only about 13% of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. Subscribing is 100% free, and supporting me in this way encourages me to make videos that are even better than the ones that I'm making now. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. So, for those of you who have been following along the video, common sense should tell you that they're commissioning a Void Ghidorah model for a joke, which, by the way, probably won't even be added into the main Kaiju Universe game for several years if the game is alive by then, is kinda stupid. Which is why, in order to add Void Ghidorah to a Kaiju Universe server and terrorize other players, he took the obvious route. Just oversize a Monster Zero. It's that simple. Now, all that's left to do is have the entire server wage war against you and blast you to death.